Asifa, this is Crucible coming at you with another Destiny video. In today's video, we are going to give you guys 5 tips that will make you a better PvP player. Now, for some of you guys who are novices, this might be helpful a lot. For some of you guys that are midterms or pros, you might learn something new. So just stick around for the video and find out what these 5 tips are and how you can become a better PvP player and also teammate. But before we get started, I do want to say thank you guys for the massive support you guys have shown on the channel. Also, would like to remind you guys find these videos helpful and informative. Make sure you hit that sub. Don't forget to turn on your notifications so you guys can know when live streams go live or when videos go live, and maybe join up in a raid or do trials if you guys so choose so. But without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about these 5 tips. Now, if someone would have came up to me and said, you know what, when I first picked up Destiny, Laser, here are 5 tips I want to give you guys before you enter PvP. I wish I would have had this video, or someone would have given me this video before I started Destiny 1, because when I played Destiny 1 PvP, I really didn't care much for PvP. It wasn't such a big deal to me until later around in year 3 I started getting into PvP more, and I wish I would have had this type of information, so hopefully it helps you guys out. So first things I want to talk about is precision damage. Now, precision damage, this is damage you're going to be able to output by landing your headshots. Now there are 2 types of damages which are very noticeable in Destiny. One is highlighted with a white color, so those are body shots, leg shots, toe shots, foot shots, knee shots. Those are all highlighted with white. Now, precision damage shots, those are highlighted by yellow. Those are neck and above shots. Now, learning how to get precision shots are going to be effective. One of the mistakes I see a lot of people do when I either help them with trials or when I'm just running with them is a lot of them try to, when they're running or they're moving along the map, they're aiming their weapon towards the ground. So usually when they see someone, they go ahead, raise their weapon, and they shoot the body. And of course, anybody that's going to be a very good player or try to become a more effective player is going to be able to land precision shots. Precision shots are going to make your kill time that much faster as opposed to just landing body shots. So while you're running, always try to go ahead, keep your weapon at neck level or head level, so when you see someone, you're able to land those precision shots. Tip number 2. One tip that I didn't learn and I didn't know about until maybe like year 2 or year 2.5 in the world of Destiny was removing the vibration in my controller. I was a big proponent of, man, I like to have that vibration because I want to know when I get shot, or I just like, being able to know a second way or a second gesture of having to know when I'm getting shot. But turning the vibration off could become a little bit tricky for everybody that's been used to playing with vibration. Once you remove it, you're going to be like, oh, this feels weird. But once you get used to it, you're going to pretty much give me a big thank you, Laser, if you have your vibration on. If you remove it, it's going to make your precision shots a lot more better, and it's also going to make your crosshair stick a little bit more, especially if you're into sniping or hand canning or anything like that, using scout rifles. Removing the vibration is going to be very, very effective, not only in PvP, but also in PvE, but highly recommended in PvE. So if you have your vibration off, make sure you turn off that bad boy off, test it out for a week, and then you can tell me, Laser, you know what, that actually worked pretty well. Tip number 3, learn how to snowball supers. So what the heck is a snowball super? Well, snowballing supers is learning how to stack supers. Stacking supers is very crucial when it comes to in the world of Destiny. So what I mean by this is, for example, let's say you're playing a match of trials and all of 3 of you have supers. I've seen a couple mistakes where all 3 guardians use their supers in one single round. I also seen mistakes where people go with a round with the whole trials match without even using a super. Learning to snowball your supers is very crucial, not only for you but also for your teammates, because you're going to want to go ahead and, let's say, for example, you're running Nova, right? Someone's running a Warlock. Boom, you kill 2 enemies. That creates 2 orbs for your teammate who doesn't have the super. He goes ahead, collects these 2 orbs. Now he has a super. Then he goes out, next round starts. He's a Titan. He uses a smash. He kills 3 people, 3 down. He produces 3 orbs, 2 orbs. The person who doesn't have the super, which is a hunter with a tether or a blade dancer, goes ahead and collects these orbs. And then not only he collected the orbs, but also the Warlock collected the orbs, giving the hunter the super and getting the Warlock closer to his super. The hunter comes out to round number 3, kills everybody, giving the Warlock super, almost giving him the super, giving the Titan back a couple more of his super ability, and you get the gist. So just learning to stack up your supers and snowball them is going to be very crucial for you either going flawless or being very successful in PvP, because Destiny is a game of supers. Tip number 4, learn to use the meta. One of the things I've noticed a lot when I'm doing carries or when I'm trying to help people go flawless in trials is a lot of people like to test weapons, especially in trials. Now, don't get me wrong, you're able to test other weapons. Yes, go ahead and test them out in other environments. You can test them out in Mayhem, you can test them out in Rumble, you can test them up in every single other aspect. But using weapons for a PvP aspect and being good at it is knowing what weapons actually work for this current meta. So if you guys are wondering what the heck is the meta? Meta is just pretty much what is currently being used and producing the most amount of effectiveness in the game. So the weapon that actually has the fastest time to kill, the weapon that's able to counter a certain weapon, and you guys will get the gist of that idea. So learning how to use the meta and using the right meta weapons will make you successful at PvP. And at number 5, which is one of the ones that I see a lot of people make mistakes, especially when you're newer to first-person shooters or just shooters in general, is learning to identify your mistakes. Learning to identify your mistakes is very crucial depending on what type of game mode you're playing. As you know, Destiny has multiple game modes. It has Control, Rift, and each different mode has its different objectives and different purposes. But for this purpose of this video, I'm going to use an example of Trials of Osiris, which is pretty much one of the things I do and run every weekend and try to help people go flawless. And learning to identify your mistakes is very key to actually achieving that end goal. So one of the mistakes I see a lot of people say, use or say or happen is they're like, man, I can't go flawless. For some reason, I try and try and try again, and I still can't go flawless. Learning why you're not going flawless is very key for you to be able to adapt to the game. One thing I always tell everybody that I'm carrying, and I make a conscious effort, don't play trials to get kills or to get clips or to get mod touches. Play trials, especially if you're trying to get flawless or you're trying to carry something. Make sure you play trials with its main objective. And what is trials' main objective? The main objective of trials is to stay alive. The team that stays alive is the team that wins. Most people go with the idea is, oh, the team that kills everybody is the one that actually wins. No, it's the team that stays alive. Learn to stay alive in trials. Learn from your mistakes. If you're getting shot from a certain position, make sure you do not go to that certain position again at the next round. I see constant times where, oh man, he sniped me. Boom, he goes second round. Oh dang, he sniped me again. And they keep going and going to the same spot, getting sniped at the same position because they are not learning from mistakes. And those are my 5 tips to actually become a better PvP player. Now, I'll go ahead and be expanding on each individual section in later videos, but if you found this video helpful and informative, make sure you guys drop a comment and a like. Don't forget, guys, for all things Destiny, make sure you guys keep it on this channel, and I will catch you guys on the next video.